Welcome in, everybody. We are live on 71 right now. I do have to apologize. I was supposed to be bringing you the War If We Fought because I said I would. We did not even know if this was going to work in Season 5 because the fighting has not officially opened yet. As you know, we've talked about, we found a way to fight for the first couple weeks because we were hitting folks. You can actually hit while people are in the mud with their bases if they leave them there. That was one way. Well, there's now a second way that we found. Leave it to us. We'll find ways to fight. The fighting has not officially opened. However, if you see here, the banks have clocks on them. So they're starting to expire. So like this one has a protection stage of 1 day. These banks are this appears to be common ground. So you can see here there's like a wall that separates the different servers. Okay, so that wall line is like, here is 89, this is 71. And between them, there's like this wall line. And you can go across it, your base can't cross, but you can cross. But you can't seem to fight for the territory yet because the territories aren't open. However, there is this middle different color here, this brownish color here that's kind of like this capital ground area. And this appears to be common ground. And on the outskirts, we're allowed to take the territory right now. Well, there was a bank that expired in this territory. So we said, why can't we fight? So we didn't know if we were going to be able to or not. And as you can tell, this was the bank that expired right here. And we are all the way over here. So it makes you fight from your border. You can't enter your base any further. If you watch me try to move my base, it's all red. I cannot move in here. So you have to fight from way out here. However, if you see, we are 1, 2, 3 squares away from this bank. So it's a 6-minute ride from one spot to the other. And the defenders are right next to the bank. So the defenders this is a defender team. They're from 190. Their team had the second strongest on their server at 286. He's carrying around, so again, I'm like 78.6 million squad. He's around an 83 million missile squad. He's fairly strong. Air was strong as well. It was, I think, like 75. His tank was even 71. He's got pretty strong team. So these FFs right here were the defenders. But as you can see, even though we were 3 squares away, we were diamond speeding over there. Like there was a bunch of us that were just diamond speeding to make it. And yeah, I mean, once you put Hulk's butt in there, it's really difficult to get him out of there because he's sitting with like 109 March. And he sits in here, and even from 3 squares away, we're here. They're right here next to it. We were able to take this about 100 to 30%. So we got one for the good guys. The good guys have taken their first bank. Hey, Bailey. Hey, Vader. Hey, Lang, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. So yeah, like I said, the fighting, there's no way to fight. So as you can see, like we had a diamond speed. It was so funny. Everybody in the alliance, like even like the low spanners, mid spanner, everybody got involved, like trying to diamond speed over there. God bless them, like using their diamonds. Everybody just got excited to fight. I'm telling you, we are just passionately ready to fight. That's why I bring these things to you. That's all we care about sometimes right now is we are just dying to fight. So for the fighters out there, you understand at this point, we are just chomping at the bit to the point that we will attack from a mile away if we need to, but we are taking these freaking banks by hell or high water. So we took this one. It really, like, the game needs to let us fight because this is going to get expensive if we keep doing this. Like, I mean, you can't drop, 20K diamonds, 30K diamonds every time trying to get over to a bank. However, I will say, just to give you guys a heads up, this bank of theirs does expire in 12 hours, and I can I can just let you know, odds are, at reset, we're, I would be shocked if we didn't try to go for it. I mean, there's kill event going on. There's a lot of different things going on. So I don't know. Maybe not. That's up to the strategy team on how we want to attack this and go after this. Maybe it's smarter to wait until after kill event, so there's no other base hitting from outside servers or something while we're trying to attempt this, because you're incredibly vulnerable. I got to tell you, like, it's a 6-minute ride, and you use up like what I was doing. So to let you know, like, how I was fighting it, I would diamond speed over here. And so when you get here, you're going to fight. Now, the problem is when you burn back 6 minutes. So you're just sitting there. So it could be without the, I think with the using the R square, I think the resource square saved you like a small amount of time, maybe a couple minutes off of it. Maybe it was like a 4-minute ride if you used the R square. And then it was 6 minutes direct. Maybe it was a little less with the R square. Depending on your march speed stuff and all those things that everybody says doesn't matter, right? Don't update your tech. Don't spend any time because the march speed doesn't matter. Well, listen, it's gonna get you if you're planning on fighting banks that are a mile away. Yeah, it helps you. But yeah, if you use R square, but burning back is 6 minutes. So a way to get your squads back faster. I was sending my top 2 squads. It was only the worth for me to do that. My tank isn't worth it to spend diamonds to get it down there. Like, it's, I'm just going to burn troops. So what I was doing was actually just using teleports. So I was just then, once I burn, I would use a teleport, plop somewhere, and then once I landed, it would give me my troops instantly back into my base. Now, because I did, I'll go into this later on, but I did switch back to War Leader a couple days ago. So now I have the ability to get those troops back instantly 5 times. Instantly getting those troops back and then sending them back down was incredibly helpful. The other thing is, it's interesting about this season is you can only defend, you can only have 10 in here at one time. So it was 10 out of 10. And so people are knocking you out, and it's constant, like trying to get in there. But when you send troops in, even if they get deflected back, you can still, like, once they're, let's say you send them in here and it's 10 out of 10, and they get deflected out. Once you get here, even after you bounce out, you can still send them back in over and over again once they're out of the mud. So it's worth it to send your troops even though you may not get in time. Maybe it'll be like when you send them, it'll be like 8 out of 10. By the time they get here, it's 10 out of 10 and they can't get in. But that's okay because you're still around the area. So now once it says 10 out of 10, you can instantly pop in faster. So, that's how the majority of the fights are going to have to go, with only 10 people reinforcing. Like, think about that. Like, previously we've had 100 people reinforcing. Now there's only 10. And as you can see, my hospital was capacity from this war. I kept emptying it, and I got close to this one. So I have to start that back healing again. So yeah, that was fun. So that's the war. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Unfortunately, I wish I could have brought it to you. I was waking up this morning. I was killing zombies. The next thing you know, we could fight because we were trying to take this square in here, and these zombies are so friggin' strong. It takes me, like, I have to send my missile squad. There's the zombies that are set up in these squares. These these zombies right here, these 61s. It takes me 2 hits on my missile squad and 1 hit on my air to kill one of them. So it takes 3 hits for me to kill one of them. So this is what it looked like, and I was killing all these things at 3 hit apiece. It takes like 10,000 troops to I lose like 10,000 troops killing all these for the team. So that was just to clear out this that we're taking over now. So we have that, and now I think, what is this? Our protection is 2 days, 2 days and 12 hours. So that means I can't deposit anymore. So what I would do on this one, because it's 3 days, you can do 1, 3, or 5 day deposits. These in here, we're pretty much gonna save. Like for us, we're going around the border here. So we are saving these. We're not gonna drop these. So these are pretty safe at like 5 days. Like you can start getting deposits in here, and not have to worry about them. Which is awesome when you get into the season. Anytime you can get land that you know you're going to be stuck at and stay at for a long period of time, you're going to want to get the 5 day deposits in, because it really staggers your deposits for your money. You get stuck with deposits of only like 1 day, and you max your deposits out real quick because you can only do 3 deposits a day, and you end up with like 10 banks. So if you have 4 banks where your deposits come up and you can only deposit 3, then you have 1 bank for the entire day that's getting no interest. So the trick of this bank deposit is to figure out how you can stagger your deposits so you're making crystal gold every single day. You're just making interest every day. So you want to stagger it 5 day, 3 day, and then you can have like some that are 1 day if you're going to be moving, but you really want to stagger them kind of with that 5 day, 3 day look as you go forward, and not have too many 1 day deposits, because the 1 day deposits just come up quick and you end up with a lot of territory that you're not investing in. So that's kind of the trick of the deposit. So anyway, let me show you. Omar, why does it say Warzone 8014? I don't know. That's I don't know. It's the middle. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Like, yeah, it says when you go into the war zones here, it's 71. When you go into there's 89, 190. It switches to all of them. But when you go into the middle, it's 8014. So I have no clue what that means. It's not like they told us a number. I don't know if that's a developer number that they're using for the different time. I have no clue. 8014, but yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I would tell you it's like, oh, maybe because it's day 14, but it's not. It's like day 12 today. So I don't know. Anyway, so Bailey hit me up and told me that there is war on server 1708 as well. So, although you missed mine, let's see if we can dip in and see if we can find some war in 1708. She was saying that there was a lot happening, I think, here, I believe. And you can see over here, these are all gone. Apparently there was a lot of ashed bases, and there's a lot of fighting going on here. So we're gonna see what's happening here. I'm gonna see what's happening here. I think this one says the protection stage is only 7 minutes. I thought I saw people getting hit up. So Bailey, is this about to get attacked in 7 minutes? Is that Feed just took 404E level 6 cities, so they can't attack capital anymore. They told me they are waiting for protection stage to end. Then they are going to go out attack. You mean this one right here? Because this one says it's only got 6 minutes for a protection stage. So is this the one they're going to go after? Okay, gotcha. All right, so we got 6 minutes before that happens. And it looks like it's so Bailey had said it's this 404E alliance that appears to be fighting with that Feed alliance, which is really interesting. Again, I got to tell you guys, it was like if you look around, hardly anybody has shields. No shields. No shields for the most part here. There's like one base. They're like scattered. There's a couple here and there. Look at this. Probably just people that get nervous. You get people that get nervous of war. Like, oh, war, shield, quick. So then you got no shields. Look at all these no shields, right? So you can kind of tell who's fighting because a couple of these things stick out. Right here, everybody's shielded. So you figure, okay, this team's involved. And then you look over here and you're like, okay, they're all shielded. Okay, so they're involved. So it's very clear there's war going on. All right, so I guess. Are you fighting for the capital as well, Billy? No president yet? So this one, 5 minutes. I don't see any more base attacks, though. They need to take back the level 6 city to be able to attack it. Gotcha. So does you said they're waiting for protection to end and then launching another wave of attacks. Okay, well, we'll wait for that. We'll wait for the attacks. One thing we have patience for, that's war. No base attacks, though. I see boss over here appears to be unshielded. We got a mushroom base unshielded over here. Oh, they're probably not wasting their time. It's like a weaker base. Burn, I think they're trying to get troops back now. Well, I mean, they certainly aren't going to get troops within 4 minutes. Okay, so this is interesting. This dude's, they're just like infringing on the feed territory. You're just chilling out right on the border here and send an attack somewhere. Where are you sending an attack? Oh, and feed's coming from over here too. Oh, that's feed. Okay, so feed that's real weird. These bases are just sitting in here. These little 53 little bases. You got one sitting in here. That's a feed base, and then you have them responding by putting the 404E base here. It's so strange. But the war for the war for the capital is going on, or did it end, Bailey? I think they were trying to get those early server days were so chaotic and almost nobody knew what was going on. I totally agree, Omar. It's complete chaos. People, I mean, you know what happens is fighters just respond to fighting, right? Like, Omar, somebody hears there's a war, they don't even know what's going on. They're just like, what? We can fight? Where? And then all of a sudden people just start attacking buildings. They're like, wait a minute, why are you attacking that building? We don't even want that building. Like, you know, now we're stuck. Now how do we get rid of that building? Because people just hear they can fight and they're like, it's communication, right? I think that's one thing that you really develop on good alliances, at least. You know, over the course of playing the game, you develop really good R4 systems on teams and fives and game plans and communication. That's just so much better to be able to handle what you're doing during the season and who should be attacking what and when you're taking what territory and all that. That works out so much better than it did if you reflect back on season 1 and season 2, season 3. Like, it was just complete chaos. Like, you try to get the communication across, but it's like nobody knew the dynamics and what to expect, and it was just craziness. craziness. True. I just wait for it. Yeah, well, and that's funny, Brandon, because before in the early days, people never read alliance announcements, right? And then finally, you get to like season 2, season 3, you start cutting people. People that don't listen to alliance announcements, you're like, you're out. You don't fit in. You don't fit in. If you're not going to read alliance announcements, you don't know what to do, then you can't be on the team. There's nothing we can do with you. Like, it starts to be like that, where everybody gets trained to read the emails, read the announcements. You have to know what your team is doing and what you're up to. Less responsibility before, because they just showed up and they were like, hey, what? Oh, this is around the time we fight, right? Okay, well, let's fight. No, it doesn't work like that as you continue to go in the game. If you want to be successful anyway, that's kind of how it is. You have to abide by whatever's going on and just be happy if somebody's planning it, because it takes time and effort and stuff. All right, protection is just about up. All right, protection's up for this campus for level 6. If I remember correctly, don't you have to have territory touching it in order to attack it? So I show this TTS has territory touching it all over it. Here, here, here. And I show ROHC has territory touching it here and here. And then feed owns this one and this one. So I don't, and then this one's touching it, I guess. ADA, but I don't show how this 404, if they're at war with them, I don't show them touching this territory. So I don't know. Oh, it says war declaration starts in 22 hours. It reset. That was quick. Protection ended, and now it's war declaration. So they got a day to declare on it. They can't fight on this right now, Bailey. Looks like they can declare on it in 22 hours, I guess. You guys in for season 5? We're in day right at the top. We're in day 12 right now for season 5. And I can tell you, like, it has really been a rough, like, how forward everybody was looking to the season, and it's just a lot of zombie killing. There's not a lot of fighting. Like, we're forcing the fighting to happen, but I can tell you guys, like, I'm giving you the blueprint on how you can fight if you want to fight. If you have a top alliance, then listen, what I'm going to give you, the summary reports that I'll do for videos to everybody that'll be worthwhile videos, will be the ones that show you if you want to fight. I'll show you ways your teams can fight. Otherwise, if you don't want to fight, you're going to be in love. Pick up your hammock, go kill zombies. So far, for 2 freaking weeks, it's been brutal. So if you don't want to fight, you are going to love Season 5. At least the beginning. So we were looking forward to all this fighting and saying all this, whatever. It's just been a lot of patience. You got to wait patient. I mean, the season's long. I'm not going to judge the season based on the first couple weeks, but I will tell you, first couple weeks has just been a complete grind. Pretty boring, to be honest with you. Like, I've just been... the first week, obviously, of a season is exciting. You're trying to figure out the mechanics and stuff to do, and I kind of go over that a lot with you guys. But right now, it's just been a grind. It's not a lot of fun. Okay, so the capital is obviously... Okay, look at that. All right, there we go. Hey, Bailey, can you tell me what the percentages are of the capital? Like, who owns what? When? Like, are people... Well, my first question to you, Bailey, are people fighting for this capital? Number one. My second question for you is, what's the percentages for the capital right now? Like, who owns what? Because I imagine feed must... Well, let's just look at this real quick and see. Where does feed land versus alliance power? Let's see. What are we doing here? Alliance power. All right, so 404E has 6 million, and they're neck and neck here, second and third. So, and this is obviously loss of troops. I don't know. This is all driven by drill grounds as well. So take it with a grain of salt. You don't know exactly, but they look pretty close right now. Power troops. Feed. Apparently, I tell you that they're burned, but at the same time, it looks like they're also hanging around their level 6 here. I see a ton of them over here. I guess ready to defend, but don't know when you can declare on that because it says 22 hours. So when it first started, there were 3 fights for the capital and for the 2 level 6 cities. But because Feed took both level 6 cities, 404E can't attack the city anymore. Oh, got you. Got you. Okay. Oh, so I see what you're saying now. So 404E has no territory attached to the capital, so they can't even fight for a capital. Got you. I see this now. Yeah. So this TE or TOTS, is that what that was? A TOTS? TOTS. The TOTS team that's number 1 owns this one. Feed owns 2 of the level 6s. So Feed owns all of this territory. They push this other group way out. Okay, now I understand. So who's going to take the capital? Is it going to be is it TOTS or is it the Feed Alliance takes the capital? My members told me they are planning on an attack to try to get a level 6, and they are just respawning troops now. Okay, so I see. So if I look at the level 6s, you have 3 level 6s. If they took this, then this one says war declaration starts in 22 hours. That's the other one said the same thing over here. This one said war declaration was 22 hours. And then this one says 22 hours. So I don't know how much longer are they fighting for the capital. They're not even going to be able to fight for the capital then. Capital will be over. Back healing. Got a back heal. Yeah, it doesn't look like they can fight. That's what it looks like is happening. Yeah, I agree. So when it first started, we are weak to one of their members. Yep, Feed will take it. Okay, so Feed's gonna take. Wow, so Feed's gonna take the capital. Feed's taking everything. Okay. Okay, so Feed has a lot of territory, and they're gonna take the capital. Got it. All right. So I don't think there can be any fighting right now, Bailey. I think they must be done. If they already took 2 of the capitals, it looks like all 3 of them have 22 hours declaration. They're going to have to make troops and they're going to have to wait to fight. I don't think they're fighting anymore. There was chaos. Yeah. All right. So no, it's all good, Bailey. Just let me know. See, what happened was I would have cut to this war. The problem is, Bailey, when I saw your messages popping up, we were in the middle of fighting our war. So I was actually in the middle of sending troops down here trying to fight this bank. And I was like taken by surprise. I didn't think the game was going to let us do this, to be honest with you. I didn't think the game was going to let us fight for this bank. So I was taken by surprise. Now I know, and now you all know, that when the season starts, if you want, plan on fighting these banks. Plan on it. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't. It's the fighting that you can do in the second week of the season. So, do that, I will say. Another thing I found out for information, I will put this in my week 2 update video, but I'll give it to you guys who follow us live, as I always do, first when I hear the info. So, do you see these 6 outposts here? So the 8 outposts. So there's this outpost all here. So you think that you can fight over these outposts and whatever. But what it appears is every single outpost belongs to each team. So they have to rebuild their outpost. Now, Eric was sharing from his server that when they were doing it, the outpost does seem to rebuild on its own in 7 days, whether you can rebuild it or not. Because if you don't have enough people, Eric's big concern was like they did the math and they weren't going to be able to rebuild the outpost. But you are able to rebuild these outposts. I think he said it takes a week to automatically rebuild on its own, or while they were doing it. So it was going to be a week, and then this outpost is going to be rebuilt all along. So you can think like, oh, I want multiple outposts. The problem is that the servers that you have to look at this map within the Capitol grounds as kind of a miniature version of the larger map. So over here is over in the top right corner is kind of the larger map of where all the servers are. So think of this as a miniature version of that. This is our outpost. This is 88s. This is 89s. This is 138, 190, 90, 171, and 179. Yes, look at that. I got them memorized. So that's how they work. Then once they're rebuilt, then I'm imagining that you can take them and all that. We haven't gotten that far yet in the season to know anything past that for sure. But that's how they're going to need to work. So they're going to have to rebuild their outposts as we move forward. So that's really all that's happening here. There isn't a ton else going on within the season. The train is the train's a bust. Like investing your money, your crystal gold, that's really good. Continuing to buy things. You're not going to have a problem, by the way, buying things with crystal gold. The fights over the game. So this is a good news for anybody that's going to do. Hey, Charlie. So this is a good news for anybody doing Season 5. They're really going to let you get the majority of the good stuff out of the crystal gold shop, it appears, at least early on. So this refreshes every day. You shouldn't have a problem getting it. This refreshes in 2 days. This is they start to come out with stuff. They slowly release things that are only available one time, that you can only buy once. So this is down. This is the second batch that they release. You can only buy once. And so you have this stuff available. And then this is going to unlock in 2 days, and you're going to be able to get this. And then in 9 days, you're going to be able to get this stuff, and so on and so forth, right? Now, here's the good news for you. The good news is that you're going to have plenty of crystal gold, it appears, to get all the meaningful items that further you in the game. So if you want to get things that are actually meaningful for you to further your progress, like the tactic cards, the experience, the things you use after the season is done, the T11 material, some of the guerrilla building stuff, you're going to be able to get all of that. The things that you want the best investors in the game, as you start plundering banks and taking all the stuff and getting all of that, the best investors in the game are going to be able to get things like, as you can see, they start selling these cowboy hats that you can get. So this will be for 20,000. I have 11 of them at this point. You can get cowboy hats. And then you're going to be able to get, more expensive items like this. Like a financial mogul, which is a Western legend who commands the flow of gold, bending the rules. But when you think about it, like these titles, they're 60 days it lasts. So you're spending, they're just giving you a way to spend like gold on stuff that whatever, like you're only going to have for a limited amount of time. Like even this, it turns your base into a chroma base skin for a golden turkey, but okay, but you only get it for 30 days. You guys know how I feel about all this temporary crap. Like it drives me nuts. I don't care about temporary crap in the game. It's 30 days and then we won't even talk about it again, right? So yeah, for 30 days, yeah, have a party. But then it just goes away. Like, give me permanent status stuff. So I would say, like, if you look at all these other items that are affordable, they're really giving you something to do. And I don't know if this is kind of like a ranking thing where you're like, yay, look at me. I was able to get the most crystal gold, blah, blah, blah. Personally, I think it kind of sucks because I think if you were able to get the most crystal gold, they should give you something like worthwhile. Like you actually get a base skin or you actually get something of value for permanently in the game. Not just like you did all that work to invest in, hey, we'll give you a little Monopoly hat, but that you only get for 60 days. Like, who gives a crap? Like, come on, guys. Like, give these people when they same thing happened. What I say? I said I had the same problem with the running game, right? People who put in all invested time in there, you give them something that's only temporary, right? The winners only got something temporary. So I don't know. Now, part of me says the reason why they also don't do something major is probably because some of these games and these mini games, people have robots that are doing them, and they build the bots, and that's why they have the cheat thing, right? Frontline, different things people have been cheating on. So I guess you can't sit there and make it too important in the game to give people things because people cheat. And then when people cheat, people get stuff and blah, blah, blah. And that's part of the reason why I don't care about some of these things that people are cheating on. Other people, it's a bigger deal than it is for myself. Like, you look at some of the events that we have, like Frontline. Like, people cheat on Frontline. Go ahead. I don't care. Like, I'm not playing Frontline. I do my 3 attempts in Frontline, and then I'm out ski. Like, I don't really care what you're doing in Frontline. Like, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. People, I'm still convinced are cheating. This High Noon game, I think is really fun. I hope they bring this High Noon game to us on a permanent basis because it's a lot of fun to just bounce the bullets off. But if you look at the rankings for some of these things, like this person's doing this one hit in 1.4 seconds. I don't know. They found a way. This person's not even part of a team, and they're doing it. I don't know. Like if people are just figuring out where to hit the spot to bounce the bullet off of, and then afterwards they're somehow quitting and redoing it again so they can do it real quick. I can assure you, they're not doing it on the first try. They're all somehow, they're finding. I don't know that they're necessarily cheating, like using a bot to do it, but they're finding ways around the rules to get the wins. So whether they're actually, like, I can show you guys this live and show you what I mean. There's a way to see, they give you like 8 bullets, and you get to repeat the same stage. So if I found the right spot I can look at the stage, I can analyze the stage, I can bounce my bullets off, and I can kind of see where it would work. And what I could do is start the stage real quick, try to bounce that bullet immediately to kill it, to get it immediate. And then if it didn't work, I can waste my other bullets and then come back and do my first one over and over and over again. If it was really that important and I really wanted to take that time, I could do it, right? I don't know. I'm sure you can do it through a bot. Probably do it through this. But that's probably what they're doing. So is it really like cheating if they did that? I mean, the game's telling you can do it, right? So cheating to me is like you find a way. Like, is cheating us taking that bank on Capitol grounds right now? I mean, the rules say we're not fighting yet. We just did. It's not cheating. You're just finding ways around the rules. So they find ways around the rules. But here's the thing for me, guys. This is why I don't give a crap, honestly. And I don't know where they are. Where's the rankings? Let's see. All right, here's your rewards. All right, so guys, when everybody makes the videos and everybody gets mad, and everybody's like bots, and everybody's cheating, and everybody's doing this, and they're going to complain to developers, and blah, blah, blah. Look what they're winning, guys. You know what I mean? Like, really, for the majority of us that play this game, majority of us that everybody tries to get all fired up and angry about, like, the cheating that happens, and, oh, you should care, and blah, blah, blah. Do you guys really care? Like, honestly, we got better shit to worry about. The game's entertaining for me. I play the game. I go about my regular life. I got stuff to do. I do it. We have fun. You know what I mean? Like, this is not going to get me all riled up. I don't care. Like, you can have your 20 blue gold and your 20 bread and your 20 iron. Like, all good. Your food, your iron, your gold, great. But it's blue, and you're only getting 20. Nothing in here is, like, game-changing for you to get. And if you want to cheat to get it, if you're going to go out of your way to spend all this time to get it or build a bot just to win, it's that important for you to win High Noon, or it's that important for you to win Frontline, okay, then go ahead. Win it, by all means. You're not going to hear a peep from me, and you won't hear a peep from me on this channel. Like, I'll just say to you, they're probably using a bot, right? They're probably using a bot, or they're replaying it over and over and over again 80 times. Either way, to me, it's the same thing because because two things. One, I don't care. And two, I'm not doing it. So for me, it's the same thing. I don't really care. Don't care. Don't care. And same way, I really would encourage you guys to like let things fire you up that really matter. Like, don't get fired up over this stupid shit. Like, who cares? Like, look at the rewards before you get upset about something in this game. You know what I mean? Like, make sure it actually matters. Don't let somebody online tell you what matters to you. That would be the best advice I can say to you moving forward. Don't let, including myself. I only give opinions. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not the master of the last word of what you guys should necessarily do and not do. I'm just giving you my opinion on it, and then you guys take it, and I want everybody who listens to digest information and determine for yourself whether something matters to you. That's what I really want. I don't want you to just blindly take people online firing you up about something that really doesn't matter. I want you to just use critical thinking to say, I don't know what they're talking about, because it doesn't matter to me. That's what I'd rather have you do. That's all. Hey, Avis. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. So season 5, lastly, I'll just bring you to this because I think the war for Bailey is over, and unfortunately our war is over. And so zombie killing on day 12 for everybody who's leading the pack. They're up to level 76. I think I'm on I'm on 64. I stopped. Like, they're using protectors. They're in a rush to win this. Again, guys, let me show you again. Here's what they're getting if you win it. This is what they're getting. They're getting 10 tickets, 2. You know what I mean? Like, the protectors that I used to do this to even get in the top 10 would not be worth. I'd rather have the protectors than get any of this crap. So early on, it was fun. If I use protectors and push, could I get up? Probably. I mean, the top 10 is only 69. If by using protectors in my cards, I know I can get probably right now at least 67. Easily. And I'm probably, like this guy, I'm probably close to this guy. I'm sorry. This woman. Sorry. My apologies. My apologies, Alan. My apologies. We do not offend here. Well, I'm sure we offend plenty. I'll take that back. We clearly offend plenty here. Because people get fired up. All right, so let me see. I'm only buying coffee beans in the shops now and saving my crystal gold until the last week of the season. That's fine. You can do. Well, just make sure that this stuff doesn't expire. The one-time stuff, Deathwolf. Some of this crystal gold stuff, I don't know, like this one. I don't know. It says a one-time buy. Just make sure it doesn't expire because the other one-time buy stuff is already gone. The other stuff that I bought only one time, they took away. This is now the stuff that's left. So I don't know if they took it away because I bought it all, or they took it away because you only have limited time to buy. I'm not sure on that. I just can only comment that they took it away from me, so I can't see it anymore. So it's up to you. Boppy S. Amen, Big G. By the way, welcome in, Big G. The rewards for winning it are so bad, though. Right, yeah, I don't care. I'm with you. Avis, welcome in. Love it. Bailey, QB, who cares? It doesn't matter. Also, QB, don't let people tell you what matters. Well, hey, perfect call-up, Bailey. I told you, it's my opinion. Who cares? It doesn't matter to me. I just say to me, you guys need to determine if it matters to you. That's why I 100% say it. You'll hear me say what matters to me, and I'll give you my opinion on what should matter to you, Bailey. But please do not take my word as gospel. You should be doing stuff on your own. I don't want you guys to take my word as gospel. I just want you to digest information in this game. Anyway, so we'll go back in the game. That's what's happening there. And by the way, that's day 12. That's pretty much, if you don't think this is exciting, this is 12 days of this so far. So just giving you a heads up. Season 5, 12 days of that. The banks. So, yes, this is like the level of the banks that you take in order. It's really... So what's funny is how these banks work, the rankings of the bank. It says like level 6. What's funny is level 6 banks, when you get... You'll wonder, or level 5 banks, you'll wonder how people get these level 5 banks so quick in the game. and how people get level 6, or is it level, where's level 6? Oh yeah, and the level 6 banks here. But here's a funny tip about the season, guys. The level 5 banks over here that are on the outskirts of the right here, that are on the edges, are level 5s and level 6s. Once you get on the inside, the brown are level 6s. Here's the trick. They're not able to kill any guardians on level 6 or level 5s that you can't beat. There are none. There's none here. They're empty. All you have to do is claim the territory. You just kill the zombies around it. But there's nothing in level 5 and level 6 on the edges. So that's how people are able to do level 5 and level 6 so early. It's not like you look at the level 6s that are actually protected, that are full. Like, I don't even know if there is a level 6 that's protected. I don't remember there being a level 6. I think these are the only levels. I think the level 6s are all on the outskirts here that are easy. And level 4, somebody had a level 5. And we were like, how the hell did they get a level 5? See how these level 5s? So you look at these level 5s and you'll say, oh my god, this thing is so strong. This level 5, or, hold on, this level 5 right here. This level 5 is so strong. You look at it and it's like, oh my god, 9,500. How the hell did they get it so fast? And blah, blah, blah. And you're figuring out how to get there, how to do it, blah, blah, blah. Well, the way they did it, they just, if you go to the edge, you can get a level 4 that connects to a level 5, and then you get a level 5. So they're not really killing the level 5. They're just finding ways to go to the empty ones. And then they capture it that way. And level 6, like I said, is the same way. So really it was a race to get to the empty ones. The next real kind of race, I guess, ranking would be whoever gets a level 7. But look at the level 7. It's going to take us forever to get there. This thing doesn't unlock until, isn't it saying here? Oh, right here, 9 days. We have 10 days. So think about, they release the first 5 immediately, and then they make you wait another like almost 2 weeks to start progressing again to the level 7s in the land. It's kind of weird, like the timing on how they do it. It's almost like take land, go to the middle, head to the middle, quick, stop. Don't do anything. And that's where we're at right now. That's why it's kind of a weird, choppy season right now. And maybe they'll fix some of that timing and how you do it, and we're just the guinea pigs. But I'm just telling you, like right now, it's just kind of the way the season's unfolding. It's kind of a little wacky. Where everything was, territory rush, build resistance, and now we're building, like, you were building resistance early to kill some of these things, and now the resistance doesn't matter anymore. Like, we don't even care. We just don't care anymore for resistance. Like, yeah, I guess it's like killing these little zombies that are guarding these things that hang in the mud here, like these things. So these get stronger. You got to kill it to get these, the 6s. But I don't know. It's very strange. Just the way that they're doing it, because you don't care. I'm able to build resistance now, like, and there's nothing else out here to kill except my personal levels to go up. And I'm, to be honest with you, like the last time, I'm on 67. I can probably be on 69, 70, somewhere in there. I haven't really even been pushing to kill the Doom Elites. I just went up another level in my thing this morning. I went to level 40 this morning, and I didn't even try to kill an elite. We started fighting and scrambling around, and I'm like, what? Again, what's my reason to push? I have no more reason to push. It's not going to help the team anymore. So, like, I don't know. I'm like, now it's all personal. It's all personal stuff. And for me personally, I'm like, I'm just pushing to help the team up. Like, if I'm not helping the team anymore, I'm kind of like, okay, then I'll just go at my own pace. This isn't going to be a problem. And so now I'm sitting here at level 40, and I'll push, and, we'll keep going. I got the factories are already up to level 28. We're going at a fine pace. My next one, I'll probably kill maybe 2 more to get 1 more coffee bean factory up. It's not like, yeah, you're not pushing, but you're not making those factories move quicker. I'm telling you, even if I pushed, I would only increase 1 factory by 1 level for maybe like 8 hours, 10 hours or something. Like, I'm not losing that. It's not at this level. It's no longer really dragging out my progress in the game. I've kind of hit this wall. I'm telling you, we're hit a wall right now where there's nothing really going on. We're making that happen. We made that fight happen. If that fight did not happen, I can tell you, we've almost taken all of the level 6 land we can take. We don't have any more banks to take to invest in. We're going to uncover these level cities, and we're going to have to work backwards to take more territory. That's why I'm trying to figure out, like, when are we going to fight? But I do think there's something coming up soon. I did reach out to some people to ask what's coming up soon, because it did say Warzone declaration is in 2 days. Now, don't forget. Now, don't get too excited for it, because I'm not, because it says declaration of war in 2 days. Not you're going to fight in 2 days. So, again, we're on day 12. We got to wait 2 more days to day 14 before we can declare war. And then even can you declare war, how long does that take? So honestly, we're probably another week away or 5 days away from like true fighting. So yeah, I got to be honest. We're probably going to keep fighting like eventually in 3 days, guys. Ours are going to be up here. The protection on this is going to be done. And so somebody will probably come over and fight us for this. And somebody will probably come fight us for, and good, we'll welcome it, because we got to fight. We'll be fighting these long wars here because we're trying to make fighting happen. We're trying to show you, any developer out there, we're going to make fighting happen. You know what I mean? And it's just going to cost us more resources and cost us whatever. But God, we're playing this game because we want to fight. That's how we got excited for Season 5. That's what you're going to get here, as you guys know. And that's the only way you can make it happen. Because if you don't, it's kind of just dragged out, and I know a lot of people are saying it's boring. So we're going to make it as exciting as possible for our team and our experience and our entertainment, because that's what we want to do. We want to fight. So otherwise, people can be bored, and drag it out. But this is how this is how we're going to make this season exciting. And hopefully, by the time it gets to you guys, you copy our blueprint than some of the other people that may sit there and not do anything. Hopefully you copy our blueprint and you fight, and then you show the developers and you show everybody else, holy crap, they're not even following our game plan. They've found their own game plan because they just want to fight. Why don't you let ththese people fight? Exactly. Just let us fight. That's what we want to do. We want to fight. So let us fight. These people back here can, in the smaller alliances, they'll be okay. They don't even have to fight. You can let them keep taking territory over here. Let us fight over here. Okay. So, anyway, so that's the fighting. Now, one thing I wanted to show you that's developing that's really interesting on our map here. So, 88 has come over. 88 is coming over to the right. Now, if you look here, this is FS4. Okay, FS4 is here. UOU has decided that they're going to take the road here to, it looks like, invade 71 land. That's what it looks like to me. This is showing me that they're taking the territory here, and they may be progressing over the next few days to try to take this land. Okay? Eyes, on the other hand, has taken a much smarter route. Eyes is going down, and they're going to confront 138. 130. Now, what? In all fairness to Eyes, by the way, I talked about this in another live. It appeared that 138 was kind of starting this because they went over into this corner instead of that corner. And this is Eyes Outpost. And if you look at who's around Eyes Outpost right here, it's the 138 folks that have declared. Now, they get their outpost. Their outpost is right here. So instead of down here, they've decided to go up here. So they are going to be coming around this corner here. Everybody has to take land, and that's the fun part of this, is everybody has to take land anyway, right? So right now, where somebody moves, because you have nothing going on in the game, you're going to make drama where there's not drama. Personal, like, not me. I'm not making drama where there's not drama. I'm telling you that other teams are looking for something. They're going to be offended by anything that goes on because there's nothing going on. So what happens when you don't hear information? You start creating your own information. That's what happens. You know what I mean? When people don't tell you things or lead you, or tell you like the information that you want to know, you're kind of like that water cooler talk, right? Well, this would be water cooler talk because Eyes, as you can see, has taken the stance of not only coming around this border, but they are starting to come down here. So my guess is not only are we fighting, but you're going to start seeing some fighting here in 6 hours, guys. Because eyes can come and attack this bank in 6 hours. This one's 22 hours. Let's see what we got here. This one's a day, so we got time there. It looks like they beat them to the punch down here. They've already beat them to the punch down here, and they've taken this territory, so they got 1 day. This one's only 15 hours. So 138 has gotten to this territory faster. Okay? But I will tell you this. Just because you get there faster does not give you this territory. Oh man, there is going to be a bunch of fighting. There are a bunch of banks right here that are coming up in 6 hours. That means that eyes, I might guess eyes and oh my God, they're going to go to war. Oh, another one. They're all 6 hours, guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. So mark your calendar. I'll ask eyes like what's because this is eyes move. Like okay, so the game did is they made it. By the way, I know earlier in the seasons we had this strategy too. It's ingrained in my brain. If you drop a territory and then you immediately pick it back up, right? To or have a weaker team declare on it, so that way you can pick it, so then you can get it and then re-up the protection status. They did for this season is really cool. You can't drop this territory without you have to wait 1 day to reclaim it if you drop it. So the game is essentially saying you're going to need to stand your ground if you want to keep that territory. We're not going to let you just drop it without fighting. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You're going to have to hold that territory and hold your ground if you want to keep your land. That's how this works. So in 6 hours, and I'll talk to Eyes and find out. But in 6 hours, it sounds like we're going to get war. And I'll tell you, if we're going to get war, I will see where I am today on the schedule. But man, if I can, I will try to bring you this war because it looks, I love watching this stuff. So I'm hoping that and it looks like it may be a chain reaction. It may just be straight war for a while where they just wear each other out because they can just go from bank to bank. This could be a long time right here. And by the way, the fight today didn't last that long. By the time you get 100%, we won 100 to 30%, but it's not that long to win it. It's probably only maybe like 30 minutes long, something like that. I think they're supposed to be like an hour, but here you go. Like this, you got 6 hours here, and I don't know if they can. Well, you can only take 2 banks a day, as well. So if they already took their banks, I don't know if Eyes has any banks to take. It might be you might have to wait. They look like they're ready to invade, though. They're hanging around here. I don't know. I'll find out one way or another. Because this looks like it would be a good war if they go. Now, the other side of this is Eyes is up in 14 hours. So 14 hours for all theirs. So it looks like at any time that 138 could fight Eyes and Eyes can fight 138. This can happen at any time right now. And then you're going to have here, I would guess FS4 may be ready to go after UOU after everybody's seeing us go down in diamond speed to make a fight happen. My guess is people are going to be fighting for banks, knowing what we just did by doing our fight this morning. So, it looks here. I don't know if they could have already been fighting for all I know. I didn't see what their timer was. This is 14 hours. If they just got it, it would have been 2 days. Nope, 10 hours. So they haven't fought yet. Nope, 23 hours. So they haven't fought yet. I don't know that anybody else has, oh, hold on, let's see. Nope, this is 1 day. So I don't think, I could be mistaken, but it doesn't look like anybody else has fought. Yeah. Oh, this one's 2 days. It could have been. They could have 179. Once no, I don't. I mean, personally, not going to. Oh, well, maybe. So 138 is stronger than 179, but this is a lower squad on 138, so they could have fought. It's tough. It's tough to tell. Whose squad is this? IGC. IGC is all here ready, so they could have. I guess they could have gone in here to fight because they're around here. They could have defended this, but they could have just taken this too. Because I don't know, we took these things as fast as humanly possible, so I don't know that they would have taken it faster than us and been like 3 days up. I don't think so. I think they would have just taken that. I don't think there's been any other fights. I think ours would have been the first fight so far this season. And now, my God, if anybody who's paying attention can see that you can fight for these banks. Like these guys can fight each other if they want. 2 days. So it's a disadvantage. I mean, to not be able to be close, you're gonna have to fight far away. So AOV is very strong. So for 90 to try to fight AOV and fight from a distance, it's difficult. It's not easy to fight from a distance. You're at a clear disadvantage. So I don't know that they would want to do that, but yeah. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how these fights uncover, and we'll try to do it kind of like Bailey said. Can't get in there. I'll try to screen record it for folks, and get some fighting out there because that's what really we want to see, what we want to do around here. So we'll see what we can get. But otherwise, yeah, that's believe me, I have given you pretty much the entire update on season 5. 12 days in. There's not much more that's transpiring outside of that. So I will let you enjoy. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We will bring you what we can moving forward in regards to the fighting. Yeah, with that, I'm gonna let you all go. Thank you for joining for the updates today and for the fighting. And with Bailey gets something or I get something, then we go. Actually, hold on. I will get your questions because I don't like to leave you hanging with questions. Words for winning is so bad. Okay, so I will follow you blindly, except I will add 4 teams to my wall. No, you will not add 4 teams to your wall, Bailey. And don't follow me blindly, but thank you for your support. And purchase exclusive or you're just pushing buttons. You're just pushing buttons, Bailey. What level are your coffee factories in Institute at? Oh, I don't know if you saw it. I might have missed. I might have already showed you this, but I am at level 40 right now, and my factories are at level 28. Do they get some price for getting the empty banks? When you say price, what do you mean price? You get influence points. You mean the ones without the guardians? What do you mean by price? Do you get 120,000 that's in the bank, and then you get the initial invasion rewards for anybody that grabs the first grab on it? That's it. Do you mean like you can invest in the bank and you hold it? Each one they have the buffs. The death, like the normal for every season, everything's worth different. How you line it up, what you do. I just think that like in previous seasons, you've kind of structured yourself to look for different things. More like, oh, I want to take that bank because of this buff and that buff and this buff and that buff. We're more looking for the banks as far as strategic placing on the map. If you're a top alliance, you want to position yourself at the end of the day. The goal is to get to the middle. The goal is to get, the game has given you your reward set. We know what they are. And you have your regular rewards that you have here, which, they show you rank 4 through 10 in influence points, be first to capture the Golden Palace, achieve #1 in Crystal Gold Tycoon bank investment ranking, Achieve number 1 in Crystal Gold Tycoon bank plundering ranking. I would imagine we're going to be close to number 1 in that of the season. I can tell you that. Achieve number 1 in Crystal Gold Tycoon, the train trade ranking. So all of this is here for number 1. Now, this is for the regular rewards here, but then there's the challenge rewards, which are like control the Golden Palace and 8 Warzone outposts, right? So that's what you're really, I mean, the top alliance, they're going to try to go for this. It's going to be like hell to get in there. This is just to control the 8 outposts. Then you can get this one, which is control 5 outposts only. And then this one of control the middle and 4 level 10 cities, excluding strongholds and Grand Nexus. So what can you get up to? What can you control? What dominance they're trying to show you and give you credit if you can get dominance in this season to control the most. They have the additional challenge rewards. So really, top alliances, you're really trying to get as many outposts at the end as possible and get to the middle and get the Golden Palace and control that. That's what you really want to do because your rewards are going to be better from that challenge perspective than all the different categories that they may give to you from alliance points and how much everything is worth. But I don't know if do they list who's here, let's see. Leaderboard for alliance. Oh, that's funny. So they can have all their alliance awards, and here's your Warzone right now. Early is 171 for the teams for total influence points. And that's just everybody's tied. If you look, like it's a 6-way tie, 5.6, 5.6. The only one that doesn't is 89, only has 5 million, and Warzone 179 has 4.1. That's all the differences here. This is all about here is like, if you're just holding territory, you're not really doing anything with your territory. So like, we're constantly dropping territory and picking up territory, trying to get more. So our influence points are going to be down. It's not reflective on what they're going to end up being because we continuously are dropping, adding as we move forward. So this will obviously change as we actually can fight and people can take whatever territory they want. So anyway, hope that's helpful for you, man. How much professional? Professional experience? Okay, so professional, I am up to, for myself, oh, hold on. Oh, I can train troops. I'm going to double exchange my beans for coffee. And then, let me see. Let me see something. Sorry, guys. At this point, like, training troops for me is just priority. Okay. Now I can use that. Okay, so professional experience. Here's tactic card packs. Just continuously, I'm pumping in tactic cards. Like, I mean, it is crazy. Like, I cannot stop. Hey, I got a new one. I got a new card. I think that was my last one. That's my last resource card. I just got. I finally got it. I've been getting so many packs, guys. It's ridiculous. Yeah, see? 9. All right. So now I have all battle cards. I have all resource cards, and I only have one left for the core card. And then I'll be done. I'll have gotten all the cards. And then on to the next challenge, which is advancing them. So far for experience, I'm level 10 on this, and I'm level 5 here. And I have like 1.3 million left. So I've been able to fill one card to 10, because this is the Purgator card, which eventually, like, once we get done killing all these monsters and caring about the resistance and I max out that, I'll sell this card, I'll reset this card, and then I'll reassociate those for this. Yes, and I just got my last Purple card. So now I can find it. Oh, and it was a 1+1 too? Sweetness. All right. So you have all these cards. This is going to give me more of the cards faster. So I can now get cards for PvP, and I can get card pack. Well, so the card packs appear like it'll say I got 20 out of 20. Like I just got this card, right? Unfortunately, having all these cards here just gives you different ways to get the packs, but really, like you can only get 20 out of 20 no matter what cards you have. One card, the tactic cards you end up having. So you can only really get 20. So at some point, it's really probably worth it to use the resource one that we get for the resources for the this one down here, which allows you to do resources. It's 2% additional coins and food. But I'll tell you, like, eventually you're going to be done killing zombies for the core packs, and you're going to be able to get all your card packs based on just fighting. Like your PvP fighting every day, you're going to be able to get enough. So, like, you might be able to give up this resource one. This is just like for collecting resources. You're not going to need that because you're either going to kill zombies or people or do damage to cities. That's probably enough to get all your core packs. You're not going to need this one, and you're probably better off just using the 2% coin one. To get the extra resources. You get random, I guess in all fairness, you do get random, other than the packs, you do get random stats in here. So I don't know this one, like you're going to get 2 out of 3. Okay, well, here you get increased professional experience, so that's going to be worth it. So this one I would hang on to. I would use this one, for example, because anything that's going to, this one's going to give me experience 2 to 3.9. 2 to 3.9. Okay, forget it. I take it all back. Because this doesn't give you any additional experience, and to me, the professional experience is more important than anything else. The reason why I say the professional, by the way, for you to wonder, the reason why I say the professional experience is more important than anything else to me is because I take the professional experience outside of the season. The professional experience goes on and on and on. This little tactical piece, the things that raise these cards for the shards right here, the little tactical pieces here, this all gets reset. We know that, right? Like it's gonna get reset, and I'm gonna lose the ability to have purple cards, the battle cards, and the resource cards after the season. But what you keep is core cards. Therefore, the professional experience is the most important, which is why a lot of people were asking, like, "Hey, why would you be engineer early on for the first couple weeks?" Because all you're doing is farming. I'm not fighting. And when you're in engineer, it gives you all kinds of buffs, like resources are reduced. You're getting free tech stuff. You're getting free building stuff. And most importantly, you get an additional experience bump from damaging city durability, and you're constantly damaging things like banks and all kinds of stuff for that cities and all kinds of things for experience. So yeah, like to me, engineer is worth to get the perk of these things when you're not fighting. Like, what do I care? So you get this perk early on with engineer, and now I switch over to war leader. The season stuff on the side is all the same. You're going to get the same season bump whether you're engineer or war leader. But to me, just the bump by experience in itself, because experience is so important and you're damaging so many things early on in the season, it's worth it. It's worth it to get the bump in experience. I don't know why you wouldn't want that, personally. It's like getting world boss extra 5% damage more important to you than getting experience? Is like getting the bump in war leader to fight your versus kill event more important than getting experience? Not to me. I'm playing endgame stuff, guys. I want the professional experience as much as humanly possible that I can get from killing zombies, from killing buildings and banks and building, like all that stuff. So as of right now, I'm able to do level 5 and a level 10. Now, for me to tell you what that means, like as far as if I even them out, maybe that's like I don't know, like a 9 and an 8, maybe something like that, somewhere in there. And yeah, 8, maybe like 8 and 8 and almost a 9, maybe something like that. Professional experience. Don't forget, these scorecards only go to level 10. So eventually, as we increase this experience, it's just going to take us a lot longer for the different cards we're going to want to pick when we have the core cards. But eventually, we're going to be able to have like 10 on this one and 10 on this one. Okay, now what core card am I working on next? It's not going to be about it. Or you can have it where you're going to be splitting it. This is where you're going to want to make up your mind on how you're going to divide your core card and strategy-wise. Like, hey, I want to put this one to level 5, this one to level 5, this one to level 4. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to want to use, and it's not just one blueprint of you should do this, this, and this. They're really dependent on your power levels, on your spend levels, on what you're doing and what you want it for. You know what I mean? Like, because somebody who's using a lot of speed ups may look at something like the no, that's not the training one. The training right here reduces the commander's unit's training time by 12%. So somebody may be like, I'm using speed ups anyway, don't really care. If you don't have a lot of speed ups to use and the training time matters to you as far as building your troops, and you're like, hey, I'm going to save it, then you may look at this as priority for you. Where you're like, hey, I'm going to lift up my rapid training because I use that every single time. It's going to save me speed ups in this game. That's money for me. I don't get a ton, so I'm going to use this. You really want to kind of plan that out from the levels you're going to go for the core cards. So don't look as like a blueprint as a one size fits all for everybody in the game. Everybody's going to be different in how they benefit from the core cards and use it. So, but anyway, hope that helps show you the experience that I've been able to gather so far in 12 days. I think I was, and just to give you an idea, I think I was level 7 or level 6 on the cards previously. Somewhere in there. I think 7. I'm pretty sure it was 7. So I probably got enough. Takes about 3 million to go up to level 4, level 5. So maybe I've gotten I don't know. I couldn't even guess for you. I have to wait and see when I get them to level 7. Then I'll look how much experience I got. Once I reset this Purgatory card, I'll let you know. Because it's probably a bundle of it based on using Engineer for a while, all the cities we've killed. Plus, I kill a lot of zombies on the mud. That gives me, like 500 per hit for experience. So I've probably gotten, I don't know, 9 million would be a wallop of a guess so far for experience. But it's incredibly important to get and focus on, guys, because really just focus on the stuff you're going to take out of the season, not just the season. This Fiona EW is awesome. My goodness. Oh, Chicken Charlie. It's way too early for me to fall for your games. Way too early. Big Brawl about to erupt on 1670 for Stronghold. 3 whale alliances. All right, send it over to me, Jimmy. Let me take a look. Only one alliance can get the center. Yes, sir, Avis. Yes, sir. We'll see. Is it going to be you, is the question. Is it going to be you? Hey, thanks, Vader. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hey, you know what? Here, Vader. I'll give a turkey leg. Right back at you, my friend. Yeah, send it over. Send it over to me there, Jimmy. I'll give you 1 minute. 1 minute. If you can show us fighting, then I'll stay. If you can't, then I'm going to peace out and let all my peeps go. No sense in staying and staring at me. They got better things to do with their day. Just give me the... I'll take gold shards. Thank you. I'm already... By the way, guys, while I'm waiting on Jimmy to see if we're going to get anything, I'm already started. I'm on the wall. I try to get as many gold shards as I can. I have the weapon. I'm still trying to get exclusive weapons, no doubt, but I am on just focusing on my wall. I try to get gold shards in the constantly in the event. And for those of you that all right, Jimmy, you run out of time. You got 40 seconds. And for those of you that are doing Decorate Your Dreams, one thing I wanted for those spenders out there that are doing Decorate Your Dreams, just a quick thing, a reminder for you, don't forget, you want to get your 300, I only do it here, But your 300, your Decorate Your Dreams, you want to try to push that new, deco to level 3. So don't forget, you want to use all your universal on pushing this. You're only going to get 2 more, so that's going to raise it to level 2. And the ones that they're giving you in the Decorate Your Dream for the boxes here where you can use it on anything, the new one's not in here. So you're going to need 900 universal to push that to level 3 because the game is only letting you go to level 2. Then it's going to be 6 and it's 150 per, so it's going to be 900 in order for you to get there. Oh crap, Avis, you got it to level 4? What the freak, man? What the hell are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Avis, talk to me. What the heck, man? Did you have that much universal? There's no way. You didn't get that from here. You already had universal stored up. Because there's no way. And please don't tell me you bought universal. Because then me and you are going to have a heart-to-heart. That's just crazy. Yeah, all good. I got a crap ton of deco too, my man. But I got 35 total. 35 million. Nobody likes a bragger. But I'm just saying, like, to get this here, you must have had a lot of universal stored up. That's the only way you were doing that. And I'm hoping that you didn't buy the universal. I'm hoping that you just had it stored up because buying it is like, that's a waste of money, bro. I mean, it's good for power, but there's better ways to use. There's better things to spend on than the deal. No, I get you buy like all of us, but what I'm saying is there's other ways to advance the universal than like the Decorate Your Dreams event is the deal that you should do for even if you're a spender. You're getting way more value out of spending it here than you are what? Are you telling me you got all of it through Decorate Your Dreams? Or are you telling me you went into like the weekly and bought the weekly deals, which by the way they should not be calling a deal. Because the weekly is incredibly expensive. You can't get the deco to my level. Oh no. Hey, I understand. We're talking about 2 different things, brother. I know that you're spending. I'm just asking how you're spending. Oh, okay, yeah. Don't do the weekly. Don't save yourself on the weekly. You're going to be able to get plenty of deco, man. Just do patiently. You can get plenty of deco through the Decorate Your Dreams. You're better off just right now. All that money you're spending on the weekly, just save up and wait every other week for the Decorate Your Dreams and blow it out. Just blow it out here, man. You spend all your money. Like, go ahead. There's plenty right here. Just don't do the weekly. Do it right here because this is going to give you all you need. Plus, Avis, you know how important it is to push the purples. You can push your purples through here. Don't get me started on the purples. But no, man, you know what I mean? Like, you're just better off, like, pushing this. So, yeah, you finish it in here. Yeah, I don't know. That's like, what? If you drop, what's that, 100, so you're dropping 400. You're dropping 400 on Decorate Your Dreams in order to get that. Which is good. I mean, that's if you're gonna get the most deco out of here, you're gonna drop 400 on this thing. But I would just say, after every other week you do that and build the deco that way, you're gonna be just fine. I can tell you, like for me, man, I'm on all level 4s. So even if you're on level 5s, like I haven't done that. I don't even do all the Decorate Your Dreams. I only do Decorate Your Dreams to the 50. I don't do it to the 2. I don't spend a 500. I only dropped 100 on here to the 50. And I'm just telling you that, like, you look where I am. So if you just did that to drop it to whatever, you're going to be all level 5s by doing that. And you save a boatload by not doing the weekly because the weekly just isn't as good a value. So, I mean, the universal is great and all, but it's just not. It's better to do it on Decorate Your Dreams. You just price it out, brother. You'll be way better off getting all of that and scattering. Eventually, it all adds up. Eventually, you get to all of them because they move it around, to push all these. But if you do it that way, I think, like, by the way, I think VIP 18 has said, I think, like, to get it, I get the gold max. Each one of these to get the gold max for you, Wonder, I think it's like 8K or something like that if you get them all maxed. Because once you get to level freaking 7, it's so expensive. Like to try to get to level 7, it's insane. It's insane. Patty, for free to play, is it better to save up to 200? Better to do it on 20? Free to play. Is it better to save up to 200? What do you mean? Oh, you mean save the freebies until you you mean these, right? Cuz you get one claim apiece. Yeah, like the 500 is good. So you're saving your piece. The problem is, I forget, how many do they give? They give you only one, right? So to save it is, you'd have to wait. You're only going to get, what do you get? 7, what do you get? It's like 7 a week? So what's that? You're doing like 14 a month? So, I mean, I wouldn't. I'd do the 50. I would do the 50. I would go here. I would get to here because this universal deco is so important. But I mean, I get it. Like you could do 20, you could do yeah, I could see that. I can see the point. I guess 20 is the best. Like if you're just gonna save just to do it, it makes sense because this is one, like this is essentially two of these. So if you're doing it to 20, you're getting the 300s by getting 2 of these. If you're getting it to 20, you get it to 20. The amount of time it's going to take you to save. I'm trying to figure out, there's a balance here between value and using it for power. If all you're doing is just saving up for 2 years to try to get as much universal deco as possible, and you're not using it and you're trying to get to 20, that's going to take you freaking 15 months. It's going to take you a year and a half to get to 200 for a free to play, which is insane because you're never using your deco power. You're just having it sit there hoping one day that you can get to 500. If you're doing it this way, then that means like you're getting 14 a month. Then that means every month and a half, you're getting 2 pieces. Well, but you're getting 3 pieces. You're getting a random piece and you're getting 1 piece here. So that means you're going to get 2 pieces right there, plus whatever else you get in the spin, which is going to give you another probably, I don't know, maybe like 3, 4 gold, something like that. You probably get 3, 4 additional gold. So, you only get 3 a week, Patty? Oh, for real? Oh, because event's not all week, huh? It's only 3 days? Let me look at the events. I don't even realize it because I spend on it, so I never even take that into consideration. Oh, it's only 3. Oh, that's bogus. Yeah, you don't want to wait, man. Holy crap, dude. Man, what are you talking about wait until 200? You're gonna do this. This game's gonna last 10 years, and you're gonna be able to do Decorate Your Dreams like twice. There's no way, bro. No way. Don't wait. Man, 3? That's a long time. I still think, that's so long. I still think 20, waiting the 7 months is probably better. Oh, well, 3 per, right? So you still get 6 per month. So 4 months, yeah, 3.5, right? So 3.5 months. Yeah. 20 is definitely better though, because you're gonna get to choose your deco. Plus in the spins, you're gonna get 3 additional. So you're probably with the 20, you're gonna get 2, maybe like 5, 6. You probably get like 5 or 6 gold decos by doing that. I wouldn't wait till 50. I mean, that's just gonna take you way too freaking long. And again, I keep telling you guys, your inventory, you guys are saving your inventory over and over again, but there becomes a point where you need to use you have to turn your inventory into power. You're not getting any power by having you sit there in your inventory, right? Ore is very interesting conversation. Ore is a great, real good debate on ore, by the way. I will say that because you have your first team, and everybody, I know, people yell at me like, I don't struggle getting prints. I don't know what everybody's problem. Okay. So I'll only talk to the people that do struggle getting prints. Only the free-to-play people that do struggle getting prints. Please don't yell at me. The people that struggle getting prints, you have a real problem, right? Because I know a bunch of you are out there and you have a crap ton of ore, and you're like, what do I do with all this ore because I can't get prints? And then you have your second team that's sitting there, and you're like, should I build my second team gear? Or should I save it for the prints? So that's an interesting debate. I will tell you that. I do think that's interesting. My advice, I've kind of been thinking about this and how to do it. I think my mind is like, if I think it's worth it to just have the ore sitting there does you no good, especially because you can only get a handful of prints, a month. So you're obviously not having a problem accumulating the ore right now. And for those that say, "Oh, I never struggle getting ore," okay, whatever. My ore is pretty much empty. I don't have any ore. I have plenty of prints to put. Here, guys, this is what's happening. For those that say, "Oh, I'm in season 3," somebody said in the points, I never struggle to get ore. I'm in season 3. You only struggle to get ore up until season 1. Listen, it's a bunch of bullshit. I'm sitting here right now with 120 prints. I can't do anything, right? So I have 67k ore right now. I'm going to be able to push like another couple slots on somebody right now coming up. That's it. I have 120 prints that's sitting here I'm trying to use. So when people say, "Oh, I don't struggle getting ore," whatever. Okay, so let them not struggle getting ore. The game is designed, it's going to short you somewhere. That's the design of the freaking game. So they want you to spend money. So you're going to be short. When you got prints and ore, they're going to short you on gold because you're working on tech. When you're short on ore, they're going to shoot. They're going to give you prints. When you're short on prints, they're going to give you ore. Blah blah blah. Right? Like you just got to know what you want to do in those situations. It's not about like being so smart to be like, I never get shorted on anything. Okay. Free to play, what I would say is your second team, I think it's worth it, like pushing things like the defense, depending on where you are too on your second team in the game. So early on the radar, I look at the radar as incredibly valuable. There's some studies out there that are showing the shield is also valuable early on. There's some things that are running. I've always looked at the radar as being valuable early in the game because early in the game you face so much of the DVA Kim Tesla combo earlier in the game that you really, it's like energy damage is so powerful. So like early in the game, I always like focused on when I was building. I always focused on radar first early in the game. As I got a little bit later, people started to develop in missile teams. Shield becomes incredibly important, especially when any kind of missile team is being developed because they're entirely they have I think only Tesla is energy. So I think shield's important for my defense too. But here, if I had to use ore, I would be blowing out my main damage dealer on my second team, push him to 40. No harm there. You use some ore to do that. And what I would do is divide your ore. Like somebody told me they had 500k ore. If you have 500k ore, you probably don't need it all for your prints right away. So you don't have any prints, and your ore is just sitting there. You might as well use the power. Turn your inventory into power. Use half of it. Leave half of it for your prints, and use the other half to push people. So maybe push like, your main damage dealer, depending on what team you have, maybe push both damage dealer guns to 20, right? Start there. Maybe push your defense people. Push them to 20. Push your shields and your radars to 20 for the ore. You get plenty of ore. Ore's not shortage of like prints. Eventually you get ore because you can get it for free. You're making it in your base. It's not like you're making prints in your base. So my strategy is not the same as like prints where I tell you to do like 1.4 strategy. The ore, you can always move your heroes to 20 and 40 for the bumps because you get plenty of ore. So I really wouldn't move on to another hero unless I took them to 20 or 40 there for the bumps. It's well worth it and you get plenty of ore. There's no reason to not do that. But I would do them incrementally. Like pick same I do like the prints. Start off with picking like 6 weapons. Maybe pick like your 2 hero guns, and then pick your shields and your radars for your defense. Maybe like your main hero, also their chip. So like Kim, DVA, a Diva. Like maybe push them with a chip as well, and push that to 20. And then only do like 7 pieces at a time. Don't spread it out to your whole freaking team. Like maximize on 7 pieces, push them, and then save your other half for your prints. That's what I think is the best strategy to do because, like I say, use your inventory to transfer it into power. Don't just store everything. Like your stuff doesn't do anything in here, and that's why the same thing we're talking about Decorate Your Dreams event. It's like if you're just sitting there collecting for the event, right? If you're just going in and collecting to try to get to 200 and you're like a free to play, you're just going to sit for like 10 months. You're not going to do anything. You have 6. We just said you're only getting 6 a month. I mean, that means you're in 10 months, you're only getting 60, 20. It's ridiculous. It's like 30 some months to get to 200. Like, think about that. So you'd just be sitting with them. You'd just be sitting with these coins, just storing them up like acorns, not using them for power. You're like, and I'm determined to get this 500 universal. Yeah, in the meantime, you're going 3 freaking years not doing anything. You know what I mean? It comes to a point where you got to turn your inventory into power. Like, it's just a smart thing to do, people. But 20 is wise. 20 seems to be the way to go if you were free to play. Seems to be the best bet. 3 a week is bogus, man. Hopefully the game adds another one on there, like to give you 4 a week. That would be a major difference, man. It's better to roll 50 than 200. Save for 50 rolls. I would roll. Yeah, I think 20 is the best bet, Jose. First strategy. 20 looks like it. Yeah, I agree, Patty. Yeah, 20 looks like the value to me too. If you plan it out, yeah, it looks that way. Because you can do two. You can get 2 20s by the time you're going to get to 50. Like, it's you're pounding away. As a matter of fact, you're almost doing 3 20s. You know what I mean? Like, you're just using the deco and the power over time. I like that. I like that. It's good. Save players the game. Power equals prices equals power equals more prices. That. Oh, good. Well, there you go. Card types. I answered your question. Me too. There you go. I answered it in the. I think somebody asked it in the YouTube comments too. So same thing. All my second squad gear right now are at least level 20 and 1 gun. Yeah, so push it to 40. Just hold on. I wouldn't blow your wad into your second team, right? Because you also have to look at the value of your second team versus your first team, where you are. If you're asking this question, my guess is you're not a really high spender because you can't get prints. If you were a high spender, you'd be getting prints. So or even a mid spender, you're getting prints. Mid spenders, high spenders, we get prints. We've actually had an interesting debate, guys, even in our alliance, in regards to the honor store, the bond badges. Should I use the bond badges, my honor for bond badges? And I cannot emphatically enough tell you to use them on the prints and do not use them on the bond badges. Now, listen, I will say this. The bond badges, when you think about it from a value perspective, there is no doubt. Bond badges have more value for price-wise. If I'm just looking at expense, I'm saying bond badges are more expensive. Like, to get, this is 20 of them you can get here to use them all. That's incredibly expensive to get that in the game for a price. No doubt. However, let me make 2 arguments to tell you why I say do the prints over the bond badges, okay? One would be the value of gear. I've told you over and over is number 1 in the battle report. So remove all your gear and fight a battle. Remove your gorilla and fight a battle. You'll see the value of gear over gorilla. So it's really like actual usage in this game versus just straight value if you're only thinking value, right? So game currency, yes, bond badge is more value for money. However, it's just way more use for you as a free-to-play low spender of trying to get those blueprints because you can't get them anywhere else. If you are free-to-play, this is your spot for blueprints. You can't get them anywhere else. And then for your you're getting the glitter event, like you got to save your coins to get even the red prints, right? So you're only getting 2 red prints here as it is. So blueprints are always a problem. It's your number one gear. The other thing I will say about your gorilla is, guys, they're coming out with a second overlord. Now, we don't know the dynamics of that overlord yet. This one's very defensive. Maybe the next one will be offensive, right? And if you want to know, again, I say this isn't a question whether we're going to come out with a second overlord. It says it right here. This is a universal overlord shard. The only way to make it universal is to have more than one. Therefore, there will definitely be a second overlord in the long run. So if there's 2 overlords, how do you even know the gorilla is the one you're going to choose? Like, let's say they come along in the long base and they're like, well, that air, the new one they're coming out with is a phoenix, is for air. Let's say that, that one's going to get a buff to use for air. That means all your develop, or let's say they just say it's an offensive one, and you rather have an offensive one than a defensive one. Well, now you're going to go start developing that one. You just put all your resources into this one. You don't even know what the second one is. Because it's an unknown factor, I would say that would be enough to say the gear is a known factor. The gear, you know how important it is. You know you will use this gear moving forward. You know you don't need to worry about what team. You can switch it around. The Universal Gorilla, you're going to use bond badges to lift the bond badges up on an Overlord you may or may not even want to use as you move forward. So is there a time where this would be valuable? Yes. I think it's great that it's in here, and I do think it's more cost saving than it is the blueprint. However, way more priority for you. Ignore this store. Just cover up everything else that's on this page except these 2 items at the top, and focus on your blueprints and get your first team developed for blueprints. And let's not focus on your gorilla. Okay? Because until we know more and you know how to develop that thing and whatever, everything else is just a shiny object that distracts you. The T11s just distract you. The bond badge just distract you from the number one thing that's important on your account right now, and that is those blueprints. So fill out that first team for yourself. Fill out your second team as you're moving forward. I don't know. It's very difficult if you're free to play to tell you to worry about a second squad, but right now I would tell you, like, if I knew you were using that gorilla moving forward and you're like, oh, I'm an air squad, and I don't know, or even offensive, I don't know how offensive the new Overlord's going to be. Like, so here's everybody's opinion. Everybody's like, free to play and low spender, coming out with a second Overlord is a waste for this game. No one's going to get it. No one's going to use it. Okay. I cannot disagree with that more. I mean, one thing this game is awesome at is getting you to care about the new shiny thing that comes out. So if you think that new Overlord isn't going to have something that makes you passionate about getting it, you're go look in a mirror and tell yourself the truth. That is just a lie. There will be something about that gorilla that everybody will be like, oh my God, I have to have it. I have to. I know I have to grow up, but I have to have it. That new one. And even if you're free to play, you're going to be like, how do I unlock that thing? How do I get it? So there'll be something. There'll be an advantage. Like I said, this is a very defensive gorilla. When you first start, it doesn't do anything. We all know when we start playing this game how obsessed we are with offense. We don't even want to build our defense. We're like, hey, how do I get a gun on my hero and get that offense pumping? Pumping. So if they make it more, it would make sense if you're going to come out with Overlords and you had 3 of them. This one's heavy on defense. What if the second one is heavy on offense and the third one is a balance? It's offensive and defensive. And then you have to strategically know what to use which Overlord. Or they say as you move forward, when there's 3 of them, there's a buff for each team. So they give you a reason to use them. My point is, right now, with so much uncertainty moving forward in the game, I just can't recommend developing an Overlord for you when we don't know what the near future is going to hold. It's not like, oh yeah, anything can happen in 10 years. I'm not planning on 10 years. They're saying it's coming out. We know because of the Universal Shards, it will come out. And they're talking, the rumorville was that it was coming out after Season 5. So with it being so close, I can't tell you to divert to your strategy to pour all your resources into a gorilla that I do not know if you're going to want to develop and use. So I just say pump your brakes, keep filling out your blueprints. And by the way, if you're free to play and you haven't got your first team all developed anyway, you should be just pumping out those blueprints anyway. Pump them into your first team. Those blueprints, you need to make everything. You want to have all prints. It takes 1,000 prints to get that developed. So build your team out. Build your team out, guys. That's what would be my advice for you. Did you get to see the train in my account moments? What is the best train you got? Train, when you say train, do you mean robbing a train, Avis, or do you mean the train that refreshing a train for the Alliance? When you say best train you got. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, but all right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'll wait for Avis to answer that question, and then I'll go. Because, as usual, guys keep me on here longer than I intend to keep you, but just have too much damn fun talking to you guys, so we move on. Avis, I don't know. I don't know if I saw the train in your account moments. Send me your thing. I get the messages. I don't know. So send it over here. All right. Either way, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna let y'all go. The train that you buy. Oh, what about it? I can. Yeah. Train that you buy. Right. So you bought a train. You refreshed the train, and you're saying all the compartments in here that got filled up. Boy, Hulk did it again. Look what he did, guys. He's so awesome. Like, look at this. He refreshed it, not caring about himself with the deco. Look what he gave the team. Look at this line for these skill points. Look at these skill points. He had 9,000 skill points right here that he gave. But then also, you got 12 gears up here and a level 3 drone component. Like, it's so cool. It's so awesome. And if you're going here, you get 4K ore right here. And by the way, I will tell you all that when I stand in this line, I'm gonna give you a second to think. Like, what line would you pick to stand in? Which one is more important to you to get in there? Okay, I'll take a look, Ames. Which one you think? I can tell you which line I'm about to get in. It's going to be this line. I just play the odds. I'm just playing the odds, man. I got 18 up here. I got 27, and this is just the beginning of it. I'm going right here because the odds are I'm going to get this one. So I'm not rolling my luck. I'm happy if I get picked. So my strategy is always to just get picked and get the useful one. If there was something that wasn't useful here, typically like the fourth one, whatever, then it's not worth standing in line because I won't get it. Or even if I got it, I wouldn't care. But in this case, like for me, I'm just like, just give me something. Just pick me to be on the train. I hear people all the time in my alliance say, my God, I never get picked for the train. Every day they never pick me. It takes me 3 months. I never get picked. Yeah, well, you're probably standing in the 27, 30. This line's going to end up being like, 40 people are going to be in this line for all of this. So it's awesome. It's a huge win, 9K. The problem is you're rolling the dice of all or nothing. I'm not a gambler. I don't like to say all or nothing. So I'll go and I'll take the 4K. And listen, I'll take the 4K. I'll stand in this line. I'll probably get picked for this one. And so while you get nothing every single day, I'm getting 4K every single day. So by the time it's all said and done and you finally get lucky and you strike it rich one time, I've been gathering the resources the whole damn time. So that's how I would rather do it. Because I don't get picked either. When I stand in these lines, I get picked. So I just take the guarantees, and it's all right. It's crazy. But that line for those things are gonna be like, it's gonna be 45 by the time that's all said and done. There's gonna be like 45 people in that line at least. Half the alliance will be in that line. All right, you sent me. Let me take a look, buddy. Let me look in your moments. Here's your train. Week one here, buddy. This week over here. See what I mean? Now you're starting to appreciate Hulk. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so there's 9. That's what we have right now. The 9K. You got 3 deco boxes. That's really good. It's not very often have I gotten 3. I think maybe like twice before I got 3. Very rare days do I ever see more than 2 deco boxes. I always do the 2 refresh when I do it, but never the 3. But this is good. This is great train. Again, already, look at everybody standing. They want the deco line. No, sir. I would stand in. I would wait to see where everybody was standing on this train. I would set my alarm to come back and look, because I would be fine with 8K ore if this line got too long. I would hope that 45 people would go in here, and if this line was like maybe 40 14, 17. Yeah, maybe 14 to 17. Oh, 0 to 15. Yeah, that's a good call, Patty. 15 people is reasonable to wait. So maybe I would gamble if there were 15 people for 9K skill points. I would wait. It's probably a good threshold. If I saw it over 15, I might just jump to the 8K one. I probably would be up here. So I think that's good. That's a good call. That's a good call, Patty. Good call. Good call on you. Because I was trying to debate. I was in there. 14, 17, 15, perfect. I'd say 15 is a good thing to just jump to the next one and not gamble for yourself. It is a casino game, man. It really is. It's like, it's a complete crapshoot. But then everybody gets upset because they never get picked. But you're never, like, you don't get picked because you're in a freaking line. Only 5 people get picked out of, and you're 40. You know, there's 45 people. It's like, yeah, what the odds of you get picked isn't good. Like, put the odds in your favor at least, or lower them, lower the percentages for crying out loud. It's terrible. And it came back full. That's good because this is a train I would definitely want to rob. And somebody asked me about robbing trains. Are you better off robbing trains or sleds? Definitely sleds for me. You get 2 exclusives. Oftentimes, there's too many items in here where I'm going to get random picks to loot a train. So you can't control what you're going to get. They could end up like all these shiny objects. You'd be like, oh, I can't wait to get this and this and this. The problem is you come back with like 3 drone parts and like the food and, like a ticket. That's what you'll rob when you rob a train. That's what they'll give you for a reward. And you're like, oh, that sucked. So usually I don't rob them. I would roll the dice with this train. I would rob this train. Because again, I'm playing the odds here, and there's so many boxes. I could end up with the ore, which I'd be happy with. I could end up with the skill or the deco. There's too many good items in here, like over half the train being good. This would be a good train to rob. So, Amos, I would try to rob you, man. But anyway, all right, guys, good enough. If there's some kind of battling, if I happen to be around, no guarantee. But if I am, then I will post it. Go in there. Otherwise, enjoy your lovely holiday weekend, and we will talk soon. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. QB18 out.